Good afternoon, and thank you, Barbara. Barbara said TIAA has had a long and meaningful partnership with ACE, which is distinguished by the research-based collaboration between ACE and TIAA's in-house think tank, the TIAA Institute. We created the Institute almost 20 years ago to build and share knowledge about the critical challenges and opportunities confronting you, the leaders of our nation's colleges and universities. Through the work of the TIAA Institute, TIAA promotes leadership, excellence, and supports college and universities leaders' success in increasingly complicated roles. And we're proud to do so in the good company of ACE. Coincidentally, you might be interested to know that both TIAA and ACE will be celebrating our 100th anniversaries next year. Personally, I don't think anybody here looks a year over age 39. However, and we at TIAA look forward to serving with the ACE for another 100 years. One of our most important collaborations is the annual Theodore Hesburgh Award for Leadership Excellence in Higher Education, and I'm honored to present it today. But before I introduce to you the award winner, let's watch a short video of the late Father Hesburgh speaking about what it means to be a leader.
Well, first of all, I think vision is what leadership is all about. You have a vision of what an institution can be, and leadership is the way you bring that vision into reality. Nothing just happens. You have to, and nothing is a one-man show. You have to really pick out the people, the time, and the circumstances to bring you from A to B and B to C and so forth. But I think leadership really gets down to picking the right kind of people, knowing exactly where you want to go, and having a pretty good sense of what you've got to do to get there, and getting them to collaborate with you and getting there. There are millions and millions of young people in universities today, and to get what they need to face the modern world means that they have to have leadership in those universities that they can emulate and practice and follow. They have to have the right kind of inspiration. They have to have a kind of a sense of walking through those hallowed grounds of the university. The place is really sacred because it's preparing people for life. And many, many hundreds of people depend deeply upon how these young people turn out. In a way, the university leader is at the heart of not just today and what's going on, but the heart of tomorrow. And you have to understand what we're preparing for people. And we will always need people who are committed to justice in their own lives and the lives of those around them in their society. We're always going to need people who are compassionate because we live in a troublesome, painful world. And leaders have to be compassionate about that world. They can't act as though they can live in ease and everybody else can suffer, and so what? They're uneasy if things aren't being done to create a better world. In a way, the work of education is, in a way, futuristic. We're looking ahead to what might be, and we're preparing young people to take the world from where it is with all its faults and failings, but with all its promise, and bring it into a world that might be.
Wow, powerful and timeless words. Father Hesburgh was also known for saying, "Whatever you value, be committed to it, and let nothing distract you from this goal." And those words can certainly apply to this year's honoree. This year's recipient of the Hesburgh Award is Gail Melo, the president of LaGuardia Community College at the City University of New York, who exemplifies Reverend Hesburgh's qualities as well as his extraordinary spirit and ideals. Dr. Mello is a dedicated educational leader, visionary, and champion for the community college system. She is also a powerful and sought-after thought leader on higher education innovation and excellence. Throughout her 30-year-plus career, she has made a significant impact on the institutions she has served, as well as the entire higher education sector. During her 16 years as president of LaGuardia Community College, Located in Long Island City, Queens, New York, the number of students has tripled and the number of full-time faculty has doubled. She has unified the way the school operates through a one-college approach, recasting its mission to better serve its diverse population, offering a curriculum and programming that is hyper-inclusive, and making it more fully integrated and embedded into the fabric of New York City, TIAA's hometown. She has transformed the way LaGuardia students receive academic and career advising to improve their chance for success and develop key partnerships with businesses to expand opportunities for her students and drive support for the institution. Gayle, what you've accomplished is truly remarkable. And on behalf of the TIAA Institute and on behalf of TIAA, and in honor of Theodore Hesburgh, we commend you for your exceptional contributions. You are a guiding light and force for change at LaGuardia, and for the more than 50,000 students you serve, for New York City, and for everyone connected with higher education. Thank you for everything you do, and congratulations for winning the 2017 Theodore M. Hesburgh Award for Leadership Excellence. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Gayle Mello.
Thank you so much. I'm humbled and honored to receive this award. I want to start out by thanking Molly Broad and her amazing leadership, the American Council on Education, Doug Chittenden, and Roger Ferguson from TIAA, my colleagues in this room, and thank you for invoking the memory of Father Hesburgh, whose life's work inspires this award. You know that no person does this work alone. My support team starts with my family. I want to thank my wife, Diana, my daughter, Nicole, my daughter-in-law, Paige, my two perfect grandsons, Raphael and Luca. I also want to thank the extraordinary team of LaGuardia Community College's faculty and staff, to our students who inspire me every day, and my CUNY colleagues. Honestly, as every president knows, this award is really more a tribute to their work than mine. As president of LaGuardia Community College in New York City, where the majority of our 55,000 students are immigrants, it is my dearest hope that every person in this room shares my fierce resolve to ensure that colleges and universities remain steadfast in our commitment to a diverse America. In thinking about how to accomplish this sort of formidable, thank you. My gosh. I'm reminded of a quote by the American author Viet Thanh Nguyen, and this is his quote. Americans, on the average, do not trust intellectuals, but they are cowed by power and stunned by celebrity. And I agree. And so it seems essential right now that we work collectively as higher education community to regain America's trust. But doubling down on what we already do cannot be our strategy. There are two ideas I think are critical to regaining America's trust. The first is to acknowledge the primacy of the system of higher education. Our system is all of us, publics and privates, large and small, urban and rural, spanning from community colleges to research ones. We are stronger as a deeply connected system where both scholars and students flow among us, rather than a group of competitive businesses vying for brand prominence or market share. It's also important, I think, to acknowledge how we can sometimes isolate ourselves in the rarefied nature of the academy, clutching its benefits around us, our shoulders like a mink stole. I think we have to understand in America what kinds of colleges we privilege, for whom, and why. And I think I feel this most acutely as the president of a community college in an America where most low-income students, most immigrants, and most students of color attend community colleges, but which are sadly still the least funded sector in higher education. The second idea I want to share is the critical role of faculty as teachers. In a moment, our luncheon speaker, Joey Ito, will elucidate how technology and the communications revolutions change both the place and the structure of innovation. I feel this communication revolution personally. I find myself walking in an American landscape where the fog of disinformation obscures facts and truths, where the geography of public discourse is no longer grounded by science or expertise, but rather seems to have become a morality play, where we enact each other's parts through emotionally scripted sides. Our scholars tell us that authoritarian governments manipulate information in the public sphere to create cynicism and confusion. The communications revolution, therefore, has formed both new cracks and new bridges. But if the digital world is disrupting at lightning speeds what we thought we knew, how do we teach students to navigate a world no one has ever seen? I think the answer must be to support college faculty to teach ever more powerfully so that students learn the habits of mind needed to enter and indeed master the swirl of change. I see college classrooms where faculty and students begin to knit together a coherent whole from the raveled sleeve of our country's disparate parts, our hallowed e pluribus unum. Right now, American college faculty are teaching the most diverse group of students who have ever studied together in the history of the world. So together, I encourage us to spark a renaissance in extraordinary college teaching. And I think it's central, and perhaps our only way now, to sustain our global, digitally driven, multi-ethnic, multiracial human community. Thank you so much.